So what's one life hack you have for us to help us either have better conversations or healthier
Oh,
relationships, either at work or at home?
yeah, this is both those things. Which is a whole other. That's my other favorite conversation in the world. Is the central core part of conversations in both life and business and all the things. Um, for me, it comes back to this really simple thing of just say that. I A lot of the calls I handle are someone will call and say, well, I really value this person and I don't want to lose them, but this is problematic and I don't think they understand, but I'm afraid it, even if I talk to them, they go like, I don't even know how to do it because I'm afraid it'll just all blow up. And they really mean a lot to me and I don't want to mess it up, but we have to work on this problem. How can I bring it up? And my advice often is just say that. Like that is actually speaking to what is one of it takes bravery, it takes trust, and it doesn't always go exactly the way you want. But we have this really bad habit of trying to script out a conversation in a way that will either get a certain reaction for someone or avoid a certain reaction from them. And not only does it never go that way, but then they sense they're being manipulated, and that does not bring out their best stuff. And so if you can just connect and say, here's where I am, and it's messy and it doesn't make a lot of sense, and I actually really care about you, so I want to get it right. But here's what I'm struggling with, and if I don't handle it, I'm going to be resentful later. So we have to address this in honor of our relationship. And there's just such kindness in honesty delivered in a vulnerable way.
Yeah.
And it makes so many conversations easier and it makes so many other things unnecessary.
Yeah, it's funny as you were saying that, I was thinking to myself, because I've done the same thing. I can't tell you how many countless times I said just the way you just said it right there is perfect. Just say it like that.
Just say it like
But
that.
it's that vulnerability, that authenticity, um, that transparency. It makes it more like an invitation versus
Yeah, oh, I love that.
some kind of a negotiation, which I think we're always trying to create these perfect scripts which feel like negotiations
Yeah.
versus an invitation.
Here's my trick for it when because I obviously I know these things, I just said them, and and yet in my own life, because it is vulnerable. Like vulnerability never gets easier. If you're really worried that saying a thing is going to affect a relationship in a negative way, it's scary. And I love that word invitation, because the mental model I use to help myself is, I think of it like, if I'm thinking of the conversation like they're sitting across a table from me, it's hard for it to not feel like a negotiation. So I imagine them like shoulder to shoulder with me, as if we're working like a puzzle, a jigsaw
Yeah.
puzzle. And I come at the conversation, I trust that they will join me, whether they end up doing this or not, as if it's our problem. Like, how can we work on this? Because like we're in this together. And so, yeah, it's this invitation to kind of sit beside me so that we can maybe together work on a thing that lives in this space between us and honor the relationship in that way. Even if it's a really hard, difficult, messy conversation, it builds intimacy if you come at it from an invitation. I love
Yeah,
that word.
it's beautiful. This was great. This was awesome. So if people want to learn more about you, the work you do, follow you, where can they go?
Yeah, so I won't. I'll send you to one website where you can see the couple of things where you can find me. So the best place to see all the things is leadingclarity.com. And
Mm.
you'll find a couple of things there. One, you'll find a link to the weekly podcast that I do with a co-host of mine, where it's called So Here's My Story. And every week one of us starts with a little story, and then we take that wherever it goes. And I use my facilitation to make sure we are always landing some valuable points in there. And we really hit on the real honest things that happen in business, and we laugh a lot, and we get to some deep important learnings in there.